Hi everyone, this is Anarchy, and we are gonna go through our tips and guides for our walkthrough in Demonologist. First round, Abandoned House. So, when you come to your screen, you want to make sure that you select your map. It is not an automatic thing, you have to select it each time. Make sure your difficulty is on easy, as it is going to be your first playthrough. You want to make sure that, well, there's a chance that you can make it. These are already your items that you have. You do not need to bring anything when you have your first round. Just work with these, get as much money as you can, and then you can save up for your items. If you are someone as me who prefers to be customized before I go into the match, here you go. This is your customizable screen. Just go to tools, click your screen, select the gender you prefer. You can move from female to male. That would be your clothing, okay? And each gender has their own separate clothing. To customize it, of course, you go here. Your presets itself means your gender. You select it, change it, and of course, this is pretty much self-explanatory. Whatever you buy lands on either these categories. You can change your hairstyle, beard if you're a male, also as a female, and your skin tone you can change as well. After that, you click save, and you are all good. Now, let's get into the game. Okay. Now we are in the game. I don't know if you guys will have this issue, but for me, it does take time for everything to render into its place. Don't move if it looks like your game is still rendering. Keep steady, don't move, and wait for it to fully activate. There is a glitch in the game that if you move while it's rendering, it freezes, so you want to be careful with that. These are your items. These are always going to be your main items. If you lose any items, it will be the ones that you buy, okay? So these items are always going to be here. You die, it doesn't matter. In the next game, you'll still have them. But these are the main items that you want to make sure that you always have when you start the game. These are your three screens. You will have your sanity screen, which will allow you to see what is your percentage. Cameras, this is involving a tripod camera, which you can buy once you level up, and then you can change the camera sources. And this is the most important one. This is your intelligence pre-report. Just like Phasmo, you do have the type of ghost you need to unlock. This is their name. This is what will happen, basically. So this one says that this ghost, Claudia Andrews, they are going to be able to respawn even if someone is next to you. Most of the times you will get the alone ones, which means that if you are in a team, your team has to either leave the premises altogether or leave the room. Sometimes it depends on the ghost, how active it is. Once you finish getting your ghost and detecting it, you're moved to optional objectives, which are either you can do them or not. It doesn't take away your points. In fact, it gives you items that you can do for. So right now we can only do one objective of here, which is find a sitting human silhouette using the ectoplasm glass. Once you have all of these three done, you can actually do the exorcism. And again, exorcism completely optional as well. It all depends if you have all three items and you want to do the exorcism. Okay. I think that's pretty much self-explanatory. Okay, so we're gonna be looking for our room, and okay, so we're gonna do that. But before we do, you're gonna click the letter J in your keyboard, and you're gonna open your pad. Okay, now this pad will of course, give you your introduction to the game. It will give you the guide, sanity, everything. These are your daily quests. These are quests that you can do and get more money out of it, okay? And then, the more daily quests you do, more objectives you do, exorcism, all of it all comes together. You get more money, you get to buy more stuff in the game. Then you have the ghosts, okay? As you can see, most of these ghosts have phasmophobia references, and they do act certainly sometimes a little bit more different than Phasmo, but there are a couple here. So, for example, Iblis or Iblis, however you want to say it, I say Iblis. This is their description. This is how they hunt, and this is how you can kind of tell, like, if it's the Iblis itself. These are your evidence that you need for when you get the ghost. Okay. So for me personally, when I look for the ghost room, because you do need to locate the ghost room before you start the game itself, you get this. This is the ectoglass. I'm going to show you how it works. And then after that, EMF. And then after that, I always grab the canvas. You hold the letter W, of course, to move forward. Click Shift to sprint. You do have an exhaust sprint, so use your sprints as carefully as you can. Now, if you are blind, like myself, you will want to bring your flashlight. But there are lights here. Okay. So now, with the ectoglass, you want to click your left button on your mouse, zoom in, and you're gonna be looking for a white smudge. That looks very suspicious. You're gonna look for these little things here. Of course, sometimes the lights do blow off, so don't worry about it. Sometimes it could be the ghost, sometimes it could just be the game itself. I myself like to keep things as dark as possible when I search for the ectoglass, because it is so much easier to find this stain. There is a basement down here, but we're not gonna go there just yet. This area has the workshop. When on easy, you do have, I believe, about 5 lights that you can touch. Medium, you have about 4 or 3. And then on hard, you get about maybe 2 of them. Okay, so you want to make sure you turn off lights that you're not using. See, like how I just figured out that that room was empty, there's no stains. This hallway does tend to get very active, so you always want to make sure you're checking these. Now this is the library. This has, of course, its story behind it and everything, so you wanna just cover everything. See? Nothing. Nothing. course, if you don't know already how to really play the game and you don't know how to use your keyboard, which I'm assuming you do because, yeah, you're probably just looking for this video for something else. But if you don't know, the E button is to select and activate your triggers. So click E to turn on your lights. When searching for the ecto scenes, I do try and stay as quiet as I can. I try to see if by any chance I can just sneak myself around. Usually here in the bathroom you can see a cursed item. Cursed items can be tarot cards, Ouija boards, or a voodoo doll. And depending on them, you know, basically. Oh, this got opened. I'm sorry if you cannot see it brightly, but there it is. We have also freezing temps. That's amazing. Click G to, and you scroll your mouse, select that. We're gonna try and find our way out here. Hold on. Oh, I see the, okay. Here it is. It is becoming very active. I did forget to drop something, not gonna lie, but you're gonna go to evidence. There is stains and there's freezing temps. Okay. So far it hasn't really been too active, so you want to make sure that you keep an eye on that. You don't have any protective items right now. You don't have a cross, you don't have anything. So you want to make sure that you are self-aware of certain things. So I'm gonna go back to get a flashlight, so you guys don't have to squint your eyes. You can only carry 3 items at a time, which is the only really bad thing. But once you find the ghost room, you can get your flashlight. If you have a teammate with you, it's even better because the teammate can be the one with the lights, and you can just follow the teammate, of course. Okay. It's very active. Let me grab the booze. We're gonna as a sanity. It's taking our sanity, which is not a good sign. Let's just drop the ectoglass. We don't have to use it until later. We can use, well, not use, but we can drop these here as well. So right now, we can only carry 2 more items. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Because I did hear the door open, so I'm assuming they're opening the door that is downstairs, because there is a secondary room to the basement. Now, I do feel like it's probably gonna hunt. So if it does go hunting, you want to make sure you know where to hide, okay? You see these little things here, right there? Yeah, you want to hide. So if it starts hunting, I'm gonna sprint to it. If I don't make it, I don't make it. Okay, wasn't that door. But I did hear the door close or open. So we're gonna look for it. There is a secondary closet right here. You want to pay attention to. Oh, it activated this. That's what it was. Interesting. I didn't do that. That is a secret room, which I will explain later. This is the first walkthrough for just the how to hunt method. We're gonna go ahead and drop this over here. Oh. You just close this. Okay, so there is no fingerprint. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna mark no fingerprint. I knew you were gonna do that, buddy. Okay. It's no fingerprint. There is could be a Ryu, because I am alone, and yep, here it is. A Ryu goes to know how to draw strength from solitude. Being alone may mean that you are an easier prey for it. Interacts less in a group. Only tricks are good for them. Traveling packs will make more passive. So we're just gonna need an ESG reaction for him. This does not mean that it is his, but you know, there is a chance. Now we're gonna go and grab the spirit box. Now, once you have all that set up, which are just basically your basics, you want to grab the spirit box. I usually don't have my flashlight on, so I just grab everything in 2 trips. Okay, so actually, we didn't even log our sanity yet, so let's see our sanity. Looking at your sanity also will help you determine what kind of ghost it is, because certain ghosts do take sanity quicker than others. So let's see. 60. Okay, I'm in the 60s. Not good, but above average. So let's there are certain phrases you need to say with the spirit box. I will go through them with you. If I miss any of them, just let me know. But usually I say them all. Where are you? Are you here? Can you show yourself? Okay. Can you manifest? Are you friendly? Can you speak? Can you talk? Can you communicate? Are you here? Where are you? Can you show yourself? Can you manifest? Where are you? Can you speak? Can you talk? Can you communicate? Are you here? Can you show yourself? Can you manifest? Now, sometimes if your mic does not get cut up, you want to click the letter P and prompt it. Now this is good for people who do not have a mic and still want to play the game. And then you can also have an in-game chat like this. Oh, let me just run here. I'm gonna open this because just in case he does get me, I can just still vote. This is a little trick that I do. Okay. That was a very short one. Okay. I did drop my item before I went in there because if you do come inside here and you have a other person or a larger item, it can actually clip outside and the ghost can get you. So you want to make sure that whatever you're holding, you can either drop it or switch to it, switch away, or press against yourself into the back so your arm is like clipping but the back, not the sides or anything. Are you here? Where are you? Can you speak? Can you communicate? Getting me paranoid, buddy. Can you show yourself? Can you manifest? Can you appear? Are you here? Okay, that's a 4 right now. Getting me angry. Are you here? Can you show yourself? Can you manifest? Can you talk? Are you friendly? Are you mad? What's your name? Can you communicate? Okay. So I know it's not a demon, because demons do tend to have very long hunts. So if I were to, let me just myself here. Demons tend to be very long hunts, so I do not believe it will be a demon. I do believe it could be a Raiju. Myling could be a Myling, because Mylings do tend to be in the cold. But it says, if there's no fire. Now, it could be a Myling because of this, but honestly, yeah, I mean, it's not giving me a good response, so honestly, I will mark it as a Raiju. And we're gonna be very carefully stepping out of here. Now, when the lights turn on like that and it's flickering, it's hunting. Always try and keep an eye on the hunt, on the lights. With this map, you can actually hear the front door unlock when it's done hunting, so you can always keep an ear out. with this for the ectoglass, the ectoglass, we need to find a silhouette, and the silhouette is a lady sitting on a chair. Oh, there it is. And that's it. That's all we can really do. Don't try to be a hero. If you know that you can just do the ghost and not do the objectives, you're fine. Don't push your sanity and your luck. Okay. And we have our sanity is at 44. Managed to get that. And that's all we can do because we do not have a photo or a candle. So let's go to the car. A lot of people say you need to be in the trunk. Not really. You can stand there, but as long as you see the hand, just mark it and confirm. And there you go. Click space button so you can submit. And there you go. Raiju, we were correct. And those, yeah, basically you end up getting it. And you can get as much items as you want. Lose yourself. But thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day, great evening, and a great good night. Bye.